each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal when I put my foot on.
Okay, Coach, it is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They're on 22-yard line.
On the ready.
Come on, Tom, 55. Yeah, let's get that ball here.
Hard.
Get it.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down, here's Mixon. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
I got one. Check 4.
Look, squeeze. Right. Hey, Alpha.
15 miles.
They'll set up a throw. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready to break.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Ready.
Now Joe Mixon. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, orbit.
Mark 55. Mark 55.
Second and 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. Dashing through the snow, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get in the weight room. Check. Lucky.
Hey, lock it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Crunch. Smooth.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. It's taken to the 26. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hatch it. Check three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The quick throw now complete to Ross. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Go.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. Hey, Sam off. X3. 218. Chopper. Set go.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
We got this.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Check. He's crashing. Wait. Alert 3.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Murray, he's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. K.D. Cannon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 20. Leo. Hey, Zoo.
2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Back to throw here. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mixon with a first down carry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hard. Go.
A draw play for Mixon. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, a strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch safety green. Watch safety. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Undercrush.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
59. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now Murray off play action. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
No.
That's taken in by Callaway. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing again, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Fresno. Get it.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a 1st down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
Yeah, if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the 1st down marker.
And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. There goes Green. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Go now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Come on, set. 15 lining. 15 line.
Here we go.
Leo.
Hey, turn it up.
Hey.
Banjo. Check 13.
Fair. Bravo.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
Now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He gets this one to Boyd. That throw good for 4. It's second down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going up top. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Intended for Damian Ratley. He was covered by Trey.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This is fielded at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. This is Mixon. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Get it.
Here's Mixon. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Yep. What do you want?
The fullback wide, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Murray going to throw. And his throw is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Murray now to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Returnable here from the 38. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Set up. 8, read.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Watch this.
Hard.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his running back, Mixon.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check 99.
Go.
Mike's 50.
Hey, Echo.
Mike's 50.
Ready?
2nd and 9 now. Got an open man. It's Ratley. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On the run, it's Mixon. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of 3. It's now fourth down and less than a yard.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
I'm going to run you over.
Check.
They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Watch block, motion. Hey!
He'll drop to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Let's get it.
At the 16-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Down. 18 Gator. Recon 132 fighter. Switch it. Here they go.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check 3. Peek in.
Now. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Go.
We want it. Come to my world. Kill.
Shoot.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And spins away. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, get in the way. Check 52. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Blue draw Corkers.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going deep for Eifert. And it's knocked away and incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
90 Fair. Hey, high 7.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Damian Ratley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. To throw is Murray. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
A gain of 15.
We got this.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Right back to him on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On 2nd down, Mixon. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
51, max box, lights.
Kill, 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 kill. Kill, kill, kill.
5.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Rock it. Hey, Charlie. Let go.
He's back to throw, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Hey, Alpha. Shoot.
They'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
Down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Nice, sweetheart. Rush in.
General West.
50.
Hey, lock it.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. 36.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
At the Cardinals' 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch. Hey, orbit. Ready?
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Hey, watch this. Out.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Shotgun now from Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now.
2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This is Mixon on the draw. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cards, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our